Basically, it's just a control deck, so you can program it to be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hello, ladles and jelly spoons. Here we are, ladles and jelly. They're still playing sticky. They're still playing sticky. They're still playing sticky. So here we are, together with Roger Channing. You know him well and good.
Yeah. How you doing?
And Christine. Christine's here. Second camera. And they're still playing Sticky 13. Here's Webby. The back of him, blue-eyed John. Somebody's won. Hi, Tim and the gang and everyone. Now, I've got voice isolation on, so you should be able to hear us and not the background noise. Let me know in the comments or in the chat here if you can hear the background noise, everybody screaming and shouting, or whether it's just my voice that you can hear. Listen to my listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. Look in the eyes. Here we go. Here we go. So we got the continuity camera working again. I tried to use it this morning. It didn't work, so I rebooted the Mac and it works. So reboot, there you go. Alt Control Delete works on a Mac too. So, Roger Channing.
Yes.
You're going to have to be picked up.
Okay.
Here.
Shall I get closer or not?
We can get we get a little bit closer, yeah. How the devil are you?
I'm good, thank you. Very good. Very busy.
Last time we met, you were drunk.
Was I? I probably was, yeah.
So this is like, as I was saying.
This is the sober me for the moment.
Here he is.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
He's just bought these. Rod, the builder, called me today and says, I've just got a message from an Austrian woman and I don't know what she's trying to tell me. Can you translate it for me? I said, yeah. So he sent it me and I translated it for him. And then he says, can you write this, what I want to say to her back in German? And I did that. He says, drinks on me tonight, Tim. Well, he said drink on me tonight. Okay. So I think it was just the one.
The one.
So this one I got for free. And Roger's just bought this one. Oh my God. But that's it now. Two ciders and I'm anybody's. Three ciders, I'm everybody's, I tell you.
Well, I was going to buy him another one as well.
And we do not promote getting drunk on this channel.
Of course not.
We don't promote getting drunk on this channel. It's very bad. Especially. Oh. Are you doing a talk, are you? Knock him out. I'll tell you what, if it all kicks off, I'm going to film it.
Yep.
There we go, back here. If it all kicks off, I'm going to film it. You're not on, by the way. We can put you on, though. There's twos up. Oh, this one controls this. Yeah. So I can go to twos up. There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's good. And then what I can do, I can go to here and say, what was the last comment? Good evening, Tim and Roger. There you go.
We are. Good evening,
There's Mark Wiltshire. And I can hide it again. And then I can press the next one. It'll pick the next one up. Mary Alty. Oh yeah, Marie Alty's got a YouTube channel as well. Cool dude. You don't have one, do you?
No. Should I get one?
I think everybody needs a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yes. Otherwise, how do you know if you're having? How do other people know you're having fun?
True.
I mean, just imagine if you had a YouTube channel, you could come on holiday, right? You could show everything that you do, and your holiday will be paid for.
Well, there's a thought, especially after what happened to me on Monday.
Exactly. It's the way it works, ladles and jelly spoons.
Absolutely.
It's the way it works. Should we do this? There we go. There we go. I don't know whether that's serious or not.
Not sure. Here we are.
No, they have a bit of banter together, but
Do they?
it looks a bit serious, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna knock you off again. So everybody knows Roger Channing, but for those who don't, you're a musician.
I am, yes.
You used to play as part of the Beatles or something.
The Upbeat Beatles.
The
I was
Upbeat
Lennon
Beatles,
in
sorry.
the Upbeat Beatles, about 3 stone lighter then.
A 3 stone lighter. There you go. Now you're like the car.
It was a
the
proper
Beatles.
It was a proper Beatles tribute show, which is still going actually.
It is.
And yeah,
And you travelled the world with it as well,
I
didn't you?
travelled all over the world: China, Hong Kong, Cyprus, the Azores, Bahrain. I'm going forever.
Yeah.
So many places I went to.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. But it came a point where I thought, actually, it's not so much fun anymore. It was the travelling that got me in the
Yeah, it is the travelling that gets you. I mean, I used to tell people that I'm going to China for 4 days, and they go, "Oh, how exotic!"
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
Yeah.
I did a gig in China. I did the launch for MG Cars out there,
You did.
and it was in Nanjing. We flew to Shanghai, I think it was, and then we had about a 5-hour minibus ride
right,
in
yeah.
fog to Nanjing, and yeah, saw it for 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, I did a sound check, stayed the night, quick look round, and gone back again.
Yeah.
You know, but you know,
I used to fly in on a Saturday because you'd fly out on a Saturday, sorry, and you get there Saturday night, and you could have Sunday. Oh no, you got there. You fly out on a Friday. That's it. You got there Saturday morning, and then you ended up. No, I'm saying that lie. If I'm coming from America and I'm flying over, I'm flying over. I flew over Hong Kong on the way back, so I must have flown over Doha or some of the Arab Emirates
yeah.
type of thing. Dubai, it was Dubai.
Oh yeah.
So I flew to Chicago, Dubai, and so I'm coming this way. So the world's turning that way. So therefore, no, it was Saturday we went, and we got there Saturday night.
Right.
So we flew Saturday, got there Saturday night. It was like 12 or 13 or 15 hours, but you get there on the same day as you leave. Coming back, it's like 2 days later.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I ended up coming over the international date line because I flew to Hong Kong, then Tokyo, then they were trying to save money and no direct flights at the time. So
Yeah.
but it was very similar flying into Shanghai, right? We were lucky though because we went through the diplomats entrance because we were investing 2 billion in a factory.
Right.
And I was part of the entourage, and I was the first guy to arrive, right? So me and the boss and his secretary, if you like, there's a male secretary, what do you call a male? Well, so anyway, his go-to man, right? We got out of the plane and we all got hustled through this thing, and they took our passports and stamped them quick and then put them all back down. Yeah. And then they got us in a car, and the 2-hour drive to Suzhou from Shanghai took 45 minutes with 4 police motorcycles either side of the motorcade. Yeah. Boss and the Chinese government official was in the front car, and we were in the back car. That was good. That was fun.
Well, I couldn't believe the pollution when I went there. It was incredible.
It is it is something to behold, and also the moon's the wrong shape, isn't it? I don't remember, but the crescent moon here is on the side, and in China, where I was anyway, the crescent moon's underneath because you're further around, something, aren't you? You know. Yeah. So that was the first thing that bugged me. But I've told the story before, but I'm going to say it again for if you're new here. We went there, and I just want to make sure they can hear us. Been looking at North, Dave. They're talking amongst themselves. Okay, can you hear me, Mother? And so we stayed in this brand new hotel, and it had 4 towers, and there was only me and my boss staying there. That was it, 2 guys, and they were open, but nobody had booked yet. Right. So we were checking it out. So my boss got like the VIP suite for millionaires in tower number 1, and he says, "You go and check out a normal room." He says, "Thanks, pal." So then the guy comes up and he says, "I will put you in a nice room, don't worry." Like 4 bedrooms I had, 5 TVs, 1 in the loo as well. Anyway, going down for breakfast, my boss was a bit of a fitness guy, you know. I was more like an English breakfast guy, and he was a fitness guy. So we went for a run, right? I thought, well, I hope we don't come back. If you're watching, Ryan, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. And I went to myself for breakfast. There was 5 people stood around me. Yeah. And I said, "What you got?" They said, "What do you want?" I said, "Have you got a menu?" "Anything you want."
Really?
Yeah. So I thought of like ordering baked albatross egg, but I didn't.
No.
So I said, do you do something like an English breakfast? They say, what, like egg, bacon, sausage, tomato, beans, fried bread, cup of tea? I said, yeah, perfect. We went away and did it, right? And then I'm trying to make small talk now. And I'm looking out, and this hotel was built at the end of the developed bit.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't developed beyond where we were yet.
Right.
And there was a little shanty town. And a bit of plant machinery was outside, you know, crane and stuff like that, and trucks, and a bulldozer. And I said, do these people live here? The guy goes, just a moment, sir. Because it wasn't in his vocabulary. His vocabulary was egg, bacon, sausage, tomato,
Okay.
yeah?
Yeah, you got,
But
yeah.
it was, yeah. So it wasn't in his vocabulary. So he went and got the manager.
Find out what you're saying.
Well, that's what I thought, right? But he knew exactly what I'd said. And the manager comes up and says, I'm very, very sorry, sir, about the shanty town in front of you. Shall we have them removed?
Oh, blimey, really?
And then I realised how cheap life was over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We had an American factory we were building at the same time in Richmond, Virginia, where we eventually went. And they were giving a truck away for 190 days accident free on the building site, yeah. And in the Chinese building site, they like lost 2 guys a day and just poured concrete on the top of them, you know.
Blimey.
So it wasn't that bad, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Very
So I was really nothing against the Chinese people or the Chinese ethos, but this particular building site wasn't really humanitarian, I don't think.
No.
But that was fun. That I didn't say it was fun, but it was fun knowing that I had the power to have this shantytown bulldozer. I didn't. I would if I did. I wouldn't be telling the story. I tell you. But yeah, you get the shantytown bulldozer if you want.
Wow.
That's fun. That was fun.
Wow.
Wow. So enough of me.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's my channel. Where are you staying? If you don't want to tell me the exact room or anything.
No, it's all right. No, we're staying where we did last year, which is it's actually Pueblo Torviscus.
Pueblo for
Yeah, but it's also Sunset Harbour.
Sunset Harbour. That's
Next to Tanyo's.
Next to Tanyo's. A lot of people don't know. I've asked people and they don't know Tanyo's. It used to be a big thing, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then Tanyo took over the other pub next door, and now it's, I don't know. Is it full?
Yes, it is full. Yeah,
It is full.
I've just redone it up actually. Yeah, we like it because it's self catering now. That's why we've got this thing about going out and eating at night. And
Right.
Just so all we need is
I remember
a nice,
that well.
clean and tidy place with a nice pool. We do a lot of beach anyway. Chris loves the beach, so it's a place to rest our heads really. It's nice.
Loving the beach. You don't get that colour sat at home, do you? Everything all right, Webby?
Yeah, fine, thank you, sir.
Everything all right, Blue Eyed John?
I've come to be one of the best pals that comes on your show.
I know.
The big gooner.
I am, yeah.
Are you a gooner, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, we came over this month because it was her birthday 2 days ago.
no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christine. Happy birthday to you. And many more on Channel 4.
Yours.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
Go on now, isn't it?
Oh, we did harmony then. That was good.
That was good, yeah. Have you eaten sauerkraut since your birthday? Then it's all right then. Because the Germans have a saying that you can never wish anybody happy birthday until their birthday. You can't say happy birthday for Friday because that jinxes it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't say happy birthday for Friday because they say, what if I don't make it now? Right?
Goodness.
So it's like giving me goosebumps already. I'm half German, you know. This up. You didn't see that.
No.
And I said this off. And yeah, but they say you can wish them belated birthday until they've eaten sauerkraut, which for most Germans is like the next day.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you go, ladles and jelly spoons.
That's good.
I hope Webby's getting nashed by some women here. There we go. Oh, we got some. What's your name? Where you from? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You were blurred in the background. You're all right.
Go on it.
You were blurred in the background.
Sorry.
Blurry backgrounds.
Sorry.
Don't worry. Come and bob in and tell me who you are.
Oh dear.
We got to go and look at some comments now.
Okay, let's go.
I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. So it says Alan's Homemade Blog, Evening North Tenerife, and they're talking about themselves again. Now, what I do is I say, if you want to ask me a question, you got to put QQ and then the question. And then everybody who wants their comments to be read, put QQ and then don't ask a question. So don't do that. In fact, you can do QC, quick comments, yeah? Or you can also put at the beginning, look at this! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Okay. Yeah.
I won't look at it.
There's a lot of
But-
comments.
So let's do QQ. We've only got one from Joe McHugh. Hi, Joe. She was sat over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
she was sat over there about 4 or 5 weeks ago, was it, Joe? Which Beatle did your guest impersonate when he was touring? Or did I hear that wrong? No, you heard it correctly.
No, you heard it
Which
right.
Beatle were you?
I did John with
John,
the funny voice and
with
all
the
that.
funny
you know.
voice. Can you do it a bit closer there?
I did John, yeah, with a funny voice. With the people in the cheaper seats clap their hands, and the rest of you rattle your jewellery.
There you go. What was one of his famous songs? Not a Beatles song, but Imagine, right?
Yeah,
So Imagine is John Lennon. There you go.
it's hard to imagine nowadays, but yeah,
You got away with it, don't you?
I did when I had a wig on. Yeah,
Well, you had the old wig. There we go. So there's QQ. Let's knock that off. The only thing is, when I knock it off, it goes right to the beginning to my first comment. Kevin and Craig were here last week. Join in to see who comes this week. And here he is. There was supposed to be another couple coming, but they've obviously shied off because they thought, I can't compete with the Beatle. There you go. I've got to come at your level because I'm in focus and you're in soft focus
am I?
because of the. I promised I wouldn't do that.
With.
I'm going to turn it off now. So it is just an effect. It's called portrait effect. There you go. And I'm going to turn reactions. Reactions are good, actually. I'll leave it on for a minute
This is very fancy equipment you've got here. Tim.
because
Great.
the operating system, the latest operating system for Apple, is called Sonoma, right? And since Sonoma, if you're in an app that has the camera active, you can put your thumb up, and it should. Let me go to a full screen. Me, I think it's called. There you go. So this is full screen, just us.
Yep.
And if you put your thumb up,
Okay,
it didn't work. Did it work?
I don't know what it's doing.
Tenerife, got it on.
Got it on. Or if you do a heart, it does hearts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we're not going to do that. I think I turned it off anyway. There you go. So anyway, ladies and jelly spoons, let's go back to comments. So we'll go down to the bottom now. We're whizzing past all the comments unless I see a massive one. Oh, I'll stop. There's a massive one. Anne Marie Elton, Alan, Kent up, talking amongst ourselves. Well, there's a big one. Arnold Brown. It makes me laugh. People go fully inclusive and complain about the food and drink. You're better off exploring the local bars and restaurants. Arnold,
Exactly what I think.
that is exactly right. Or as you say in Spanish, how do you say that's exactly right in Spanish?
No, go on.
Can you spell socks?
Socks, yeah, S-O-C-K-S.
S-O-C-K-S?
Is that it?
That's exactly right.
S-O-C-K-S.
It's not an
No.
exact translation,
I
but
get
people will understand that. There he is, Dave. He's Canarian. Dave, if you spell socks, does it sound like S-O-C-K-S? That's how it is. That's how exactly right. S-O-C-K-S. No.
Is he winding me up?
Socks. With socks in
No,
what?
no. The word, the phrase S-O-C-K-S. What does it mean in English?
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
S-O-C-K-S.
It is.
And if you spell socks, S-O-C-K-S.
Oh, right, yeah.
Then-
That's avocado.
Yeah, like avocado. So an avocado is an aguacate, in fact. But
Yeah.
if you say avocado, then you mean lawyer. Avocado.
Okay.
So an abogado's a lawyer. A solicitor, sorry, not a lawyer. A solicitor.
I'm going to try and learn Spanish. Spanish with Paul, you said.
I'm
wasn't it?
not kidding you. I don't get paid for this. Spanish with Paul is the
Give it a go.
fantastic. And you can do it for free, 10 lessons on YouTube. And if you like the style, buy the 99, it says it's $199, but you always get 50% off if you send him your email address.
Okay.
Don't send him an email address where you don't want loads and loads and loads of offers.
Okay.
Right? So get a throwaway email address, send him that, you get 50% off for a year's access, and do the course first, the 10 free course first. And he's got another 15 or 20 videos for speciality things like Christmas and stuff. And do that just to see if you like the way he is, and do his course from beginning to end. And in 1 year, you will speak Spanish, at least for holiday making.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. The only thing is, you won't be able to understand it when they talk back to you because they talk back so fast.
Yeah.
So he gives you the tools to talk, but he doesn't give you the tools to listen. But for another $99, you can buy his comprehension course.
Can you say the other way around?
And if you want another $99, you can join the club with the
yeah.
exclusive content. And for another $99, you can do the spelling bee, whatever it is.
It is a fast language, isn't it?
It's not a fast language. It's just that the words roll into each other.
Okay.
So where I would enunciate each word separately, they roll into each other. So it sounds fast.
Yeah.
And they've got to speak fast because they have to say a lot of words to say stuff that we say in little words.
Right. Okay.
In a few words, yeah. Yeah. And also the grammar is slightly different. It's more Latin-y. So that means I came, I saw, I conquered, vini, vidi, vici. Yeah. So the word, the verb, whatever you're going to do, like running, eating, sleeping, or all that, the ending changes depending on who's doing it to whom.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So comer is to eat. Yeah. And I eat is como.
Okay.
Yeah. You eat is comes. He eats is come.
Oh, boy.
So, but there's a pattern. We eat comemos. So emos is the ending for we do something,
Okay.
right?
Emos.
Bebemos. We
we
drink. Yeah. Bebemos, comemos, we eat. Yeah. Corremos, we run.
Emos.
Corremos, actually, but there you go. And all verbs end in either AR, IR, or ER. All verbs. There are no verbs that don't end in those three two-letter pairs.
I'm going to give that a go, I think.
That is well worth it. Funnily enough, the very first lesson that he gives, it shows you all the words that you already know.
Yeah.
That are very similar. He blags it. He blags it. You're like me. No, you're like me. You blag it, don't you?
Like what?
You can speak Spanish, meeting people and chatting away,
Yeah.
but you couldn't talk
No.
about how to fix a car.
No.
Or like complex sentences like, if I had have been here yesterday, I would have done that. Yeah, so that type of Spanish you need to learn.
Do it.
Exactly, yeah.
Por favor.
Poor for bloody vor, yeah. Yeah.
And they know what they get.
And there's a word that if you say I have, right? So it's tengo, I have something, right? But if you want to say
You have. Tingle.
to tengas. To tengas.
Okay.
It's the end. No, it isn't.
That's computer.
To tango means you have me. No, I have you. To tango. Te tengo. Te tengo. I have you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But there's this like if you want to put something in the past, right?
Yeah.
You've just got to put, if it's an AR verb, you got to put ardo on the end of the verb, and that puts it in the past, right? So what do you say? Hablar is to speak. Hablado is spoken. Yeah. So I have spoken is hablado.
Lad.
Yeah, and has hablado, you have spoken.
Oh, slowly getting it, I think.
Hablado, he's got it right. But the thing is, the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't know whether I can say this. I can say it once, I think. Christina started saying, "Cómo estás?" How are you? Right? Oh, you know why he's here? "Cómo estás" and "Cómo está."
No.
The difference is como esta is the posh version. You say it to somebody older than you or you don't know, and como estás is the local version. You're saying it to your kids or your partner.
Okay.
So the S on the end for you is the common or the familiar version, right? But anyway, back to hablado, right? So I say, ¿Cómo estás? And Christina says, Estoy, I am, yeah. Focado. So, yeah. So,
That's the bit I'm going to remember now.
yeah. Estoy focado. Estoy means I am. I am at this moment, right? If you say soy, that means I am always. This is who I am, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you say estoy, then you say this is I am as well, but it's just at the moment, right? And there's funny things as well, because if you say estoy listo, right? Then I'm done, I'm finished, right?
Okay.
But if you say soy listo, it means I'm clever,
Right.
right? And it also, and if you say estoy borracho, it means you're drunk, right?
Yeah.
But soy borracho means I'm a drunkard.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you can get into a lot
Well,
of
you're
trouble.
not
You get into a lot of trouble, yeah.
that.
And there's like false friends like embarazado, yeah? Doesn't mean embarrassed, it means pregnant. So you can just say, oh, lo siento, estoy embarazado. I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. And you want to say I'm embarrassed. So those are your false friends.
We
I'll tell
lost
you what,
any viewers now.
it is fun just to be able to learn
It
it,
sounds it.
you
Yeah.
know?
It's great.
And it's better if you both do it, because then
Yeah.
you can practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless one of you goes, I'm not doing that anymore.
It's a mission for when we get home.
Yeah, $99. Tell him Tim sent you. I won't get anything, but if enough people say Tim sent me from
Yeah.
Tenerife, then he might call me up and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, thank you, Tim. Thank you kindly." But when I knew I was coming here on holiday, I learnt enough to buy a beer, say please and thank you, count
Yeah.
to 10.
That's what I
I've
do
always
now.
done that. I've always done that. And then when we realized we were going to live here, we started doing things like Duolingo. And there's another one that I recommend. It's free. It's called Spanish Dict, DICT, like the first four letters of dictionary. Spanish Dict, right? And it's free, and you can conjugate any verb. You can translate single words. If you want to say, how do you say I eat, you eat, we eat? You know, like the conjugation of the verb. That's great for that. And also, they've got little quizzes for the vocabulary. So what Paul doesn't teach you is vocabulary, but for $99 you can buy the
Yeah.
vocabulary. You know,
Which
okay.
can. Yeah.
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 So I would go Spanish dicts for the conjugations and the vocabulary.
Right.
Spanish with Paul for the mechanism and the pronunciation, and throw Duolingo and stuff like that away, because all it does is it makes you hate the language, because
Yeah.
because it's like a test. It's like always testing you, and no, you didn't do it. Oh, you've lost your streak of 10 days because you didn't turn it on. You know.
Okay.
So it's sort of embarrassing you to carry on doing it. And Paul says the best way to learn a language is do it for 2 days, give it a rest. Do it for 2 days, give it a rest.
Yeah.
You don't need to remember anything. You don't need to write anything down in this course, because he says if you remember in the last lesson we did this, this, and this, and if you don't remember it, go back and listen.
Good
Right?
point.
That's a good point. You don't have to write anything down, and eventually you'll say, "I can never remember all this," and then all of a sudden you do, and it's amazing when it happens. Yeah. And you don't have to do it all day, and a couple of hours a day, maybe an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. So after 2 days, stop. But he tells you right at the beginning how to use the course, and I recommend that you do it perfectly. You know, you
Yeah.
do it as he says.
Yeah.
Go from 1 to 9. Level 9 is it gets a bit complicated around level 7, where you're translating stuff, written stuff. You know, and that is good if you want to be able to write Spanish. But if you get to level 6, you can come on holiday and be a local for 5 minutes until they start talking back at you with grammar that you've not used yet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I can read it, write it, and speak it. I just don't understand it when they talk back.
Okay.
I say, talk to me as if I'm a 5-year-old. We say "Cállate, coño." Shut your mouth, you idiot. Well, it doesn't. Coño doesn't mean you idiot.
No, it is something you want to do, isn't it? Because we come here a lot now at the end of the day, and it's
The end of the day.
I don't know about the end of the day. It
Oh,
just
end of the
feels,
day. Yeah.
it just feels like we should know more than we do. Because you say we're in holiday mode, and it's just the the obvious.
You can go into a
Yes,
shop,
thank
say a loaf of bread. Just
Yeah.
speak Northern English with a slightly. I don't think it's lazy. It's just that English is the language that you can speak very badly, and people will still understand what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
that's true.
So if you speak in English, it's like you, me, we hungry eat.
Yeah,
That's not a sentence. There's no grammar in it,
no,
but you know exactly what we mean,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, do. Yeah.
I didn't want to say the one that was on Apocalypse Now, but similar, yeah, you know.
You're gonna have to say
I'll
it.
tell you
I
after.
don't
No,
know.
I've got to tell
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
So, what the ladies in Saigon say to the GIs,
Oh, okay.
making them an offer,
Yep.
and it's $5,
Yep.
and it rhymes, and it rhymes.
I'd stop there.
Anyway, if you're old enough to watch Apocalypse Now, you're old enough to know the thing, right? So we've been up all. People have been watching this animation here, going, "That's making me sick." Is that better? I totally forgot it was on. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's see what people are saying.
People are saying, bring Webby on.
No, they don't want him
People
anymore.
say, bring Webby on.
They said we've had enough of him. We saw the Kevin the Scotsman one, where
Went downhill.
where you turned left instead of right.
Yo, he's chucking his tummy out the ground.
Liverpool Airport was used as a quarantine place during C-19. Imagine the people. John Lennon Airport called one of his songs. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's Craig. Webby Sports Roundup says Webby Bomb because he doesn't spell boom with two O's for some reason.
Okay.
So what's the thing you brush the floors? Is it a brom?
It's a problem.
Brom.
It's a problem.
How do you spell broom? BROMMMMMM. So why is broom BROOM and boom is BOMMMMM?
It's on the boom.
Because he's a boomer.
If he says boom, he says boom.
He says boom, not boom. He's a bit like what's his name? What was
Tell me.
the fret?
I've been here 30 years, you've been here 10. All right?
Oh dear.
Listen, down. Come on, give it.
You're
So
on.
now, I think the thing is, what you're trying to say is that I'll be here longer than you.
Yeah, probably.
Exactly. Probably not, actually.
I'll probably be struck next to you.
There you go.
How are you?
We're doing fine.
Listen, that man, my favourite man, has been on your show.
I'll come and
Fair
join us then.
Well, probably, I want you haven't invited me. No, you haven't invited
Webby needs an invite, right?
You haven't invited me. Listen, I'll come up with
I would love you to come on. Everybody else who's sat in the seat has bought me a pint.
you can have whatever you want. It doesn't even go to question. And you know that.
I do know that. I do know that, ladies and gentlemen. I do know that. I do. We do so much together, but Webby has always been the guy there for me when I was in need. I was in need.
I don't let anybody down. For sure.
I invited his wife for dinner the other day. I've been telling him for some months.
I'm going to tell you what we're doing, man.
All right, here we go.
Right, you give me that. You go get yourself a drink. I'll talk to the big man.
You don't need this because we're just going to do it on one.
Is it Richard Chandler in it?
Roger
Roger
Channing.
I knew it was
You-
RC.
he knew.
Go on, you get yourself a drink.
Don't let him press any. Don't let him press any buttons because it'll go off.
Come on, get off it.
Oh my God.
Would you like a drink, darling?
Let,
I'm putting it on Webby's bill.
Put them on
Save
my,
me.
put them on my bill.
Bill,
On my bill.
Yeah, it's a Dorada.
Put them on my bill.
That's
a pint of Dorada.
Begins with a V.
Vino.
Vinasol.
Vinasol.
She can have what she wants. Right, afternoon all. Was it ladies and jelly beans? Well, no, what's his
Ladles and jelly spoons.
Oh, excuse me. No, you're
Jelly
gone.
spoons.
You're gone. You're gone. Get out of it. What's it, Roger? What's it called? Ladies and jelly spoons.
Ladles and jelly spoons.
Right, let's talk football now. Forget
Okay.
forget all the computer stuff and all this 1040 and 380 and what have you. God, yeah. Right. Big Arsenal fan.
Massive Arsenal fan.
Ian Wright, love him.
Yeah.
Quality.
My granddad watched Arsenal before Highbury
You're joking. So where were they before Highbury then?
at Woolwich Arsenal.
Woolies, okay, yeah.
That's where it came from, Woolwich.
Okay.
So it was going to be a toss-up between Charlton or Arsenal, obviously because of that.
And the Valley.
Yeah, but my granddad watched Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think he used to work there actually. It was an Arsenal, where they make
Yeah,
guns and
sure.
things.
Yeah.
They moved to North London. He took
Yeah.
my dad.
Yeah.
My dad took me. I took my son.
Yeah.
And then the Emirates happened, and so it's gone through generations. Now my grandson's a big Arsenal fan as well.
Well, if you remember, with my contact Arsenal is obviously Ian Allison.
Yeah.
And ex-Arsenal, played 90 odd times, scored a goal in the semi-finals of the FA Cup against Liverpool. His son is Lee, who is he's a gooner. Oh, his son, another gooner walking past, but he hasn't got his shirt on. How are you, big man? You saw me today, so you should. Right, listen, that's another one on my podcast. Right. And his son Lee is the manager of Hendon Town.
Okay.
Hendon Town, is it Hendon Town or
Hendon?
whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he said, Dad, do us a favour. They're in a bit of a disarray, so come and help us. Because he was manager of Bournemouth, St Albans,
Okay.
doing nothing when he left that club, St Albans. So he's there 3 or 4 days a week, and he's doing a bit of promotion work, gets them where they are, and they're about halfway. They're doing well.
Well,
So
that's very close to Arsenal's training ground too.
is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not far.
So I've got him on board, and so he's a top man. He comes over every year, stays in Royal Sunset Beach Club for a 3 weeks timeshare. Always meets up, big GG man. Love the fella to bits. And on top of that, I've got also Chatham Town. Chatham, is it Chatham? Chatham. Now they played last week and they had 1,875 hunters at their game against Carl Shorten 2-2. And that's on my blog tonight at 7 o'clock. And so I'm picking those two clubs for the end of the season. So we're going to have Hendon and Chatham for the rest of the season. There's a good pal of mine who used to live here called Tal.
Excuse me, leaning
Yeah,
over.
please do.
Thank you. Cheers.
I didn't get you because you've got a full one there.
Yeah, no, I'll find. What's your name again?
Timmy talking Flimby for Tango.
Living with MS in Tenerife. You've got your haircut, son. So we're talking football, son. We're talking maybe a pap. So basically, so what we're talking. So they played Carl Shorten last week.
Yeah.
Another gooner. See, they're all here. No, he's not. I know he's not. I'm taking a Mickey. He's a Watford, Vicarage Road boy. They're going down to Division 1. So
well, their training ground is next door to Arsenal's.
Yeah. So that's 1,875. I think the Isthmian League, I think it is. Isthmian Premier League. Absolutely phenomenal. When I was a kid, Gloucester boy. You go enjoy. Excuse me.
I'm just going down the pot now.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in a minute.
I'll keep an eye on it, John.
John, what's her name? John, what's her name? Don't be long. I'll give you 5 minutes, son.
Susie.
I won't tell Jackie. That's Blue Eyes John, you know him. He's here every week with Timothy Packett, son. You'll get the bad man following me too often, ain't you? What a great haircut.
Thank you.
I didn't mean that.
Did it myself.
Did you? Do you know something? I've got to get one. No, seriously, it's. I've got a shaver and it's going out of date. I've had Suresh. He's been waiting. So next week I'm going to sort a brand new shaver out.
Go on to Facebook and they're doing these Chinese with it plugged into USB now. Right?
Is it? Yeah.
From Alibaba or something like that. You send them 50 quid.
Alibaba. He done that talk, son. Doesn't he? Hey? Yeah.
You send them 50 quid and then a picture of the razor.
Only a picture for 50 quid.
I'll tell you a story in a minute about these candle bulbs that I bought.
Does it go? You're all anti, or you got candles? Candles. What is that?
Candle in the wind.
Was that 4 candles? You know, don't you? Oh dear. Listen, there's 1 or 2 messages. I don't know. I can't. Can you update them or what?
No, but if you get out of the seat.
Yeah, come on. Come on. Let's get the main man. I've had me 10 minutes. Nice to see you all. Don't forget, tune into Webby Sports Roundup at 7 o'clock. Happy day. I'll give you back to Richard. Roger. I'm taking a Mickey now, son.
Richard Chamberlain.
Hey, Nagasama. He was the main man, Richard.
Nagasama.
He's great.
Am I?
Are you right?
Who's nicked all the beer mats? I've got one. You need one now. There you go.
Well, probably too many now.
Too many.
There you go. Look, we're off.
Actually,
Too many. So we're gonna put Webby on as well, just for fun, while I'm doing the things.
Yeah, put us all on.
So we got widescreen now.
Put us all on.
Yeah, that's all on here.
Hey, get me the birthday girl.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, let's get him give her a proper present.
Well, that's very nice of you buying Christine a car for her birthday. There you go. That's a proper present.
This is going to be an electric car, please. I'll tell you something now.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy in there, the guy in there I met last night, who's not talk to everybody,
You do.
called Paul. Is
Whether they want to or not.
well, he's 60, she's 40.
Yeah.
She smokes, but he's batting above his waist. She's okay. But don't say that to her. Anyway, listen. Now, I said, what do you do for a living? What he does, he's got this big forklift truck, and he picks the cars, works for his company, and he takes cars all around of England, wherever.
For fun.
No. He delivers them.
Oh, right. Okay.
I know somebody does that. Yep.
This is one with your friend Lee the McMaster.
That's him.
He's obviously got so this
Coming on Monday.
the door this afternoon. Serious.
Yeah.
He says, Webby, he said 98%. That's his job.
Just bang the table.
Sorry. Well, you told me to. So 19% of the cars is electric. But what happens is
Because he works for an electric company, doesn't he? All right.
on lease,
On lease.
because of the battery, they say it's 8 years, will only last 8 years.
Only 8 years.
You can't sell it on because the battery will go.
Right.
And they're mega money.
And that's making money. So that's why nobody's buying cars. They're all on lease.
You know, I'll tell you what the problem is that like the very first things that happen in technology, they actually are typically not the ones that last.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some sort of brain fart that's going to happen,
Yeah,
Be a
right?
compromise.
And
isn't it?
there's a guy in India.
Sorry, John.
There's a guy in India, and he came up with it must be 10 or 15 years ago now. I'll say 10, right? He came up with an idea where instead of building the battery into the car,
Okay.
the battery was the thing that you swapped.
Right.
So
okay.
basically, the gas station, the petrol station, was turned into a battery swapping place. And it was a big circle like that, where you drove in, your battery was taken out to be recharged, and a recharged battery, bang in, off you go. It solved the problem that you had to wait to charge. It solved the problem that everybody's got a plug at home, right? It solves all the problems. Just swap the batteries out, all right? And but you have to have the infrastructure in place before people buy the car.
The infrastructure is in England, but not here.
So what you do is you invest in the infrastructure in a country,
Yeah.
and then go and sell them the car, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I'm not saying that is the solution. What I am saying is that something like that'll happen. There'll be a tipping point, right? But the thing is, before that happens, where everybody has to buy an electric car, self-driving cars will happen. And as soon as self-driving happens, it doesn't need to be electric anymore because there's not that many on the road. Cheers, big ears. Thank you so much.
Cheers, good afternoon.
Cheers, mate.
Good help. So if you're new to the channel, this is Freaky Friday, where we sit round a table and we just enjoy ourselves. And yeah, and you're like the guy on the corner that can't really say much until I look at you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do QQ.
But you know on Monday with Lee, he will give us an update so we get the situation back in England.
Right.
He thinks, I'll say yes or no.
Exactly.
The car, do you know? Would you find money in Tenerife?
So Steve, the North Tenerife man, is saying, what's the weather like in the south? Cool here, 21 now, loving it. Yes, probably about 26, is it? 25, 26?
Yeah, it's about that.
Steve, yeah, for North.
So Denise messaged me yesterday, small, early one. They had a couple of hours of rain this morning.
Do you know that Ed Sheenan's coming? He's a footballer, isn't he? Oh, Ed Sheeran, I thought it was a footballer.
Who's coming?
Alan Shearer.
Coming here.
Ed
Pop star.
Ed Sheeran is coming as part of his European tour in June or July, I think, next year.
Probably ring me first anyway.
Are we seeing Mac and Crack on your next live next week? I don't know whether I've invited Daniel. I know that Lee's coming, but I'm not sure whether Daniel can make it or not. If he can, then I'm sure he'll be there. But I have invited them both. and I've also invited anybody else who's on the island. They want to come up. I'm putting it up tonight, so if you want to come, just send me an email to say I'll be there, and I'll make sure there's enough tables for us all. What we're going to do is we're not going to put all the tables together. I'm going to sit on a table with Lee, and then we're going to have 2 separate chairs for people to come in and say hello and chit chat and talk about themselves, and then they go back to their table. So you get your own table, and during the show you can come and say hello. Right? Sorry. Put my hands down.
It's impossible. Don't just say to us.
Tony Fogatti. Anyway, quick question, Vinny M. Do you have any idea what DK means in text language? IDK. Do you know what IDK means? I don't know.
No.
Do you know?
Scooby-Doo.
No, I don't know. IDK? I don't know.
It could be. I don't know.
¿Cómo estás? How are you? Same as ¿Qué tal? How are you? ¿Qué tal actually means how's it going, right?
Qatar, which means
How's it going?
Yeah.
How's it going? So you're not asking the Persians how's it going, right? I learned that years ago, but you're right. In the Canary Islands, ¿Qué tal is a more general greeting than ¿Cómo estás? I've been in that corner too, but you started smashing glasses. I did actually last Sunday.
Is there many on today, mate?
Let's have a look. See how many's on. 131 people last time I looked.
I lost about 30.
100. And Paul Scar says, "Does Webby have an off button?"
Who said that?
Nobody.
I'll give you an off button soon.
He is an off button. Yeah. I just turned his phone off. Yeah, Dawn Webb, she will turn him off. I tell you. Yeah. He turns her off. I tell you.
Yeah, what do you want for tea?
What do you want for tea? So let's go back to twos up.
It's the most prettiest German barmaid you've ever seen. I've only ever met one, tell you the truth.
You're terrible, Webby.
I've met a few, but only a good one. Yeah.
So Sticky 13's finished now. But we got a table full of blondes here as well.
Oh, we have.
Do you want to know who they are? Do you want to know who they are? Webby knows.
Oh, Roger's on the move.
Gaff on the left.
Roger's on the move.
Look at it. Tightest man in Czechoslovakia.
No, he's not. But he's being dragged off because normally he'd have 15 pints.
What are you going to do with you? Yeah. You've only been here 40 years. Yeah, look.
Oh, thank you. Donkey shows, I say. Anyway, Roger, can't get a word in edgeways. You jabber.
Fine.
So, apart from relaxing and beaching and going for dinner, is there anything exciting going on? Well, nothing personal, but you know what I mean.
What, in terms of here or life generally, you mean?
Here first, and then life generally.
Probably going to do a whale watch. Haven't done that yet.
You haven't done a whale watching?
Not yet. No, we're going to do that.
I walked down in what's it called, in Puerto Colon. This guy sort of says Wales. I said, I've just bloody come from Wales. Wales, I'll go back.
Let's go. Yeah. Yes, and we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And then when I get home,
Yeah.
I've been asked by a big company called Care UK.
I know Care UK. I've heard of it.
Okay. One of the homes, my daughter's the manager,
Gotcha.
and
You're going to do a set.
they
The old
have
people.
they have written a poem, and Care UK have come to me and asked if I'll put music to that.
Oh, you're going to arrange it?
Record it
Yeah.
and record them singing on it, and then it'll go on social media.
Wow.
So that's happening for Christmas. Yeah.
That is good. Is there a link we can
It's
go
the second
to?
time I've done it for them, actually. I did it once before for the coronation.
Yeah.
And we got a letter from the king saying thank you very much for all that.
Really?
Nice, yeah.
Cool,
Great.
dude.
So the Christmas one, I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
So you send me a link when you've got something.
I will do, yeah.
Show us
Yeah. All I've got at the moment, they've just sent me the lyrics for this. It's a poem, basically.
Okay.
And they've asked me to put music to it, which I'll do as soon as I get home.
Can you publish it as well?
Can do, yeah.
Do you want any collabs?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You know, we could put it out there and say collab on it. I'll write a second verse.
Who knows? Yeah,
Yeah, you
I'll
know.
have to have a look at this.
There's actually an Australian group that started years ago, and I contacted it because I thought it was a great idea, called Pub Choir.
Okay.
And what they do is they take over an old theatre, and then people come in, and it's like an evening, right? So you bring your own drinks and your own food,
Yeah.
but you have a nice time. And the arranger, the woman who arranges it, she says, right, who's singing high, who's singing low, you know, women, men, all that type of thing, right? Who doesn't want to sing words? Who wants to just do ooh ahs, right? Then they pick one song, and then she trains each section in their bit,
Okay.
and then at the end they bring it all together.
Oh, nice.
And they've just put one up now where they've actually done. They did Africa Toto, right? Or Toto, I don't know.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did that one in 7 theatres across Australia, and mixed it all together.
Okay, so you got little bits of all.
You got little bits of everyone, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to hijack your idea, but if you want something like that, maybe do the Christmas one, and
Maybe
then
do another one.
do another
Yeah,
one.
well, yeah.
We'd
I'm
like-
really looking forward to doing it for them.
Could do.
The idea is it'll be the staff and some of the residents singing the song. You know,
That's nice.
which is great. So we'll record it. I've got a colleague who's got some very good recording equipment.
Okay.
We're going to put it in the studio, but
Yeah.
with residents of a care home, they can't be really moved. So
Right.
I'm very lucky. This place I'm thinking of has what they call a cinema. It's like a cozy room, basically,
Okay.
which is nicely soundproofed.
Mhm.
And so we'll bring the recording into there and get them to do it in there.
Make sure they're by the
Take it right and
screen.
master it.
Yeah, make sure they're by the screen.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
usually.
Yep.
There she is, Tina. Took a great picture of her the other day. Kind pictures, there. They're talking amongst themselves, so I'm turning them off. It's just you and me, Rog. We can still hear Webby. We can still hear Webby, yeah. He's talking to us now, but we're not listening. We can still hear him, though.
Yeah.
I reckon Webby should do a sponsored silence. It would be hilarious to see how many people would donate to see how long it could last. Rigger, we've said this before. We did a sponsored silence last week. We raised tuppence. We raised tuppence. Does Webby? There we go. Okay. I'm going back to the rest of you now. All going down the bottom, 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 down the bottom. Okay, we did that one. Hi, Michelle. Back in Puerto La Risca after birthday bash in La Gomera, says Kevin Stamps. Cool dude, Kevin. If you're on the island next week, Monday meet up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday walk. Although Wednesday I've got to have blood taken. Don't want that. He said make an appointment the week after to get the results.
Okay.
And the earliest appointment I get is the 2nd of November now. So that's not far off, is it? When's
No, it's only a couple of weeks.
A week on Thursday.
Couple of weeks.
Taking blood.
Blood test result.
It's every 6 months I do it because I'm pre-diabetic because I'm fat. I'm taking tablets for arrhythmia, high blood pressure, and
Vibrato.
what's it called? Like schildkröte.
Yeah.
Oh, schildkröte. Schilddrüse. What is it when you get this big lump here? The women get it.
Thyroid.
Thyroid. That's it. Thank you.
I
Thyroid.
knew Roger would get that. He's a goober.
Thyroid. As you probably see in the background, we've got some nice little rain clouds in the background.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to pee down until later tonight or tomorrow morning. But it will be when it's dark, when the sun goes down. That's typically when they release. It's 10-2 already.
Is it already? Blimey. Yeah, it's gone.
It's amazing when you're having fun, isn't it? Don't forget, in 10 minutes, Webby Sports Roundup. Have you watched it? The final one. The final one is really good, especially the subscribe button. He came up to me this morning and he says, I don't like that little subscribe button at the moment where all things moves up. The little subscribe like that. He says, I want a big subscribe button and I want a bell. And I want the sound of a bell, right? So when he says, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, And don't forget to.
I check it.
There's this massive subscribe button comes on here, and there's a bell.
A lot of photos. This better be the business.
Actually, no. The photos I only put what you put up because I'm trying to teach you to not do a screenshot of Google, but to search Google and then go and get the picture and put it up. I've told you that how many times? You said it's too much work. So for me, it's too much work for me as well. And I was sat there today editing this away. There's a guy painting round me. There's a guy painting round me like that. Reinhold. Yeah, he's painting my house. He is a professional. What's it called? Shriner. Woodwork.
Carpenter.
He's a carpenter.
Chippy.
He's a chippy, and he paints perfectly. I watched him today, sipping on my Pims. Missed a bit.
Can you do cod?
Does he what?
Can you do cod?
Yeah.
Chippy. Oh, what a blue-eyed John.
I went to Palms. I said, "I'll have cod, please." They said, "We don't have any cod." I said, "I want some cod, though." I said, "We don't have any cod." I said, "But I want cod." They said, "Look, Tim, we don't have any cod." I said, "But I want cod." They said, "Look, if you take the C out of chips, what do you got left?" I said, "Hips." He said, "If you take the P out of peas, what you got left?" I said, "E's." They said, "If you take the F out of cod, what you got left?" I said, "There is no F in cod." I said, "That's what I've been trying to tell you."
You think
It's the way you tell them.
you think you're funny,
It's
don't
the way you tell them.
Why no difference?
No, Webby's always
Get back to your computer.
Webby's always saying I'm stealing his jokes. I stole that one.
Jojo, you'll give me that. I showed you. You got one laugh. One big one.
I'm the Count.
Listen,
Yes, sir. We can't hear him, can we? Can we hear him?
for a bit of sensibility,
A bit of sensibility.
it's Christy. Because, listen, if it wasn't for you,
Yeah,
you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here.
that's true.
Let's go to number one. With my question.
Right. My Christine, because she pronounces the E, right? My Christina says same shit, different day. All right. And she loves being alone with her audiobook, with her quiz shows on the TV. She likes breakfasting on the balcony with the sound of the sea. She likes a bottle of wine in the evening with a nicely cooked meal. And she likes to go to bed early because in her dreams she can do anything she likes. Because I facilitate everything. I facilitate. No, she is.
She is. Yeah, she's lovely.
Take your life in your hands, I tell you, because you're a long time dead.
She's lovely.
It is good. But the people say, "How is she?" The illness is a progressive illness, and we know that. So when something gets worse, we're not like, "Oh, it's got worse. What a surprise!" Yeah.
Yeah.
We say, "Okay, we just have to change slightly.
Yeah.
Change slightly." So,
I like to bring her up every now and then.
but she says same shit, different day.
Doesn't matter. That's where she comes from. If it wasn't for her, it would be for you, it would be for me, and for everybody else. Always remember.
Very true.
Where you start from, exactly. Christine, my Christine with an E. She was a rebel. She was a rebel. Johnny Rebel. There you go. Yeah.
She's a bit of a lass in her time.
A bit of a lass. She's still a bit of a lass. She just doesn't get out. She just don't get around the town. So, ladies and jelly spoons, they're showing pictures to everybody now. That's my number. Call me later, she's saying. Your comments. And Smiler's on. Wow, he made this morning and tonight. Is that you?
That's me.
Oh, wow.
I'll not come out.
He will. Have a look at this. Let's see this.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he looked like in the heyday. How old are you there?
10 years old, believe it or not.
Only 10 years old?
Yeah.
That's only 10 years ago, that.
10 years ago, yeah.
Amazing what you can do with makeup, innit?
It is.
So what else we got? The comments. I can hear Webby in the volume off in the laptop. With the volume off in the laptop. Oh, whoa, what am I doing here? I got to do this one. And Davey says, "Hi, Anne." Let's go back. Only home from work. Hi, Tim and all. Adam. Keep warm, Craig. Smiler from New Zealand. He made this morning as well. And Smiler comes from New Zealand. He made this morning as well.
Oh, okay. It's good.
And thanks for supporting the channel. What time is it there in New Zealand now? It must be past midnight
I've
now.
got a
It's
lot of
probably
family in New Zealand. Yeah, yeah,
Was it 7 hours, 8 hours?
yeah, about that. Yeah.
We 8 hours? Are you 8 hours ahead? Jeez. Michelle's on. Zelda's on. Siduti Machi. Is your blue blood when you are royalty? It's Evening Zelda. Somebody's ringing. Alan's homemade vlog says I can hear Webby and I'm 2,379 miles away.
You said that?
Alan, if it's over soon.
Oh, wait,
Dane's on, Doofus. Hi, Dane. Hope everything's going well with the gardening business with your dad. Thumbs up for you guys, and can't wait for the next time you come to Tenerife, because we're going to have a meet-up. Kevin Stance back in Punta La Risca after a birthday bash. Was it your birthday, Kevin? If it was, happy birthday. If it was somebody else's, happy birthday to whoever it was. QQ, Rebby should get us sponsors. Oh, we did that one. Okay, so we're finishing up now. I'll go down to the bottom.
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's nearly 7 o'clock. It is 1957. So when you were born, Webby.
Oh, I'll give you that, big man. I will give you that.
Right, ladies and jelly spoons. I'm going to go to this one and play this. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today on this beautiful Freaky Friday, especially Christine and Roger Channing, who came to see me. They come to see me every time. We've met 5 or 6 times now. We've been for dinner a couple of times. Even though Christina doesn't like going out, she says she loves Christine. I'm not asking for an invite, by the way, don't. But yeah, and don't forget, Webby's Sports Roundup coming up right now. Have a look this morning when we were 1.5 fat guys having coffee. I was going to call it 2 fat guys having coffee, and Webby didn't want that. He said 1.5 fat guys. So yeah, where are we? We're in the music. Oh, this is the second time we meet up Monday. We've got to be quick, it's going to finish in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Balcony Banter on Wednesday, meet up Monday for Lee on Monday, and next Friday here in the Monte Cristo is Freaky Friday. See ya all, would wanna be ya.